Wescott just sent me their brand new photography strobes. Let's go over them real quick and then head outside and put them to the test. Last year, Wescott came out with the FJ400, which is a larger, very powerful battery/AC powered studio/location strobe. It's basically a light that can do everything. Now, one of my favorite features of this light was the universal remote control. For the first time ever, you could buy just one remote control and it would work for Canon, Nikon, Fuji, Panasonic, and Olympus. You didn't have to buy a different remote control for every type of camera. And if you shoot Sony, like I am shooting right now, I know they have a weird hot shoe. You could buy a $25 hot shoe adapter and it would make the exact same remote work with those cameras as well. The biggest complaint that most photographers have with this light simply has to do with the size and the weight. And for what most photographers are shooting, they could get away with a much smaller, less powerful light. This is the FJ200. As you can see, this light is significantly smaller, about the same size as a speed light, and you're only going to lose one stop of power over the FJ400. It's got a mini Bowen style mount, and it comes with this reflector dish here. It comes with an umbrella bracket that can screw into the bottom of the light, and you can use this to either hold this in your hand or you could attach it to a light stand here. The battery for this light slides right out of the bottom, and it comes with a charger, and the battery can sit right there. Wescott also sent me a 2-in-1 grid/gel holder, and these work together. You can put the grid in the gel holder, and then this will snap right into the reflector dish. And then if you want to add a gel, the top part here is magnetic, and it snaps right on there. So you could slide a gel in, and it will hold it securely in place. One other accessory that Wescott sent over for this light is this snoot/grid. If you want, you can use the snoot as it is with the grid off the front, or we can attach the grid to create even more of a tight beam of light. On the back here, we have 3 buttons and a center rotating knob. As you can see here, if I turn this, it changes the power output, and then if I press it, it takes us into the menu setting. This is where we can change things like the group and the channel. This is the back button here. This will fire the flash, and if we tap this button, it will change our modeling light. This is auto or proportional, so it'll match the output power of the flash that we have it set to. So if I turn this up, it's gonna get brighter, or we can manually change it ourselves like this. So this is the FJ80. It looks like a standard speed light, maybe from ProPhoto or Godox, but what makes this light different is that on the back, it has a gigantic color touchscreen. My favorite feature of this light is that it's not just a flash, it's a remote control. And if you don't want to use it as a flash, you can just use it to control other lights, and you can do that all right here on this touchscreen. In the box here, it comes with this little hot shoe stand, and you could use this to set this flash on a table if you wanted to, or when I was a wedding photographer, I would attach these stands to light stands and place them around the room, and then you can fire this light however you want. If you want to fire it at the ceiling or the wall. I've got a charger, and the battery for this light comes right off of the front and snaps right onto the charger like that. One other accessory that Wescott sent over is this globe. It snaps right in here, and they have placed magnets around the top of this, and this just snaps right on like this. Now, I think Wescott's done a really good job of making the UI on each of these lights really easy to understand. You're just gonna be able to pull it out of the box and use it. You're not gonna have to look up any user manual. But having this huge touchscreen on the FJ80 makes this by far the easiest light to pick up and use ever. So up here, I can click Canon. I can cycle it through all the different types of cameras that you could use this with. I can change the channel that this is going to be on. I can then come down here and I can hit the arrow, and you can see it'll go A, B, C, D, E, F. If I go back, I can click on the M here. This is in manual. I can change it to sleep, so it won't fire those flashes in group A, or I can hit it again and it'll move to TTL, which is an automatic setting. I usually like leaving it on manual. And then if I click the power output here, I can change the power output of all of the flashes in group A by 1/10 of a stop. And then this number here is the modeling light. You can see if I move this up, it will turn this light on or off. And the cool thing about this is it's turning this modeling light on, but it's also turning the modeling light on with any other flash that happens to be in channel 1 group A. It doesn't have to be just the FJ80, so the FJ200 or 400, the modeling light will also turn on. Here we can change the flash type, high-speed sync, or front or rear curtain, and then zoom. This is pretty cool. This flash has zoom settings, so you can hear it. You're not actually going to be able to see this, but it's actually changing the zoom of the output of this light by moving the element inside the flash head. I usually like a tighter beam if I'm going to be bouncing light off of a ceiling or wall. And finally, this option right here can turn this flash on or off. So if you want to use the FJ80 only as a remote control, simply turn the flash off right there, and it will never fire the flash. It will only fire other lights that happen to be on channel 1. If I hit this button right here, it's going to take me in the settings. I was in host mode. If I click over to client mode, this would be if I wanted to use this on a light stand somewhere else in the room and I had another controller, or if I want to use this just as a speed light, I can go into speed light mode, or the settings option right here gives me more settings for the flash. All right, guys, I think you have a pretty good understanding of each one of these lights and kind of what they're made for. What I'm going to do now is go outside and do a real life photo shoot, and instead of using this remote control here, I'm going to be using the speed light as a remote control. I'm going to turn this light off and just use it as a touchscreen remote control. This will be my key light. Let's see if this little light gives me enough power to shoot outside at sunset. All right, so here we are out at the beach. Right to my side here is where a road wave came last year and destroyed a bunch of our camera gear. And I worked, holy shit. I'm back at the exact same location shooting my beautiful pregnant wife. This is going to be a maternity photo shoot. I'm going to be controlling our key light from the FJ80, and I have the color touchscreen here. I can change the power setting of our much larger light over there. We've got Mike Kelly helping out, and I've got a reverse umbrella with a diffusion panel on it. And I have the FJ80 turned off completely. So even though this is on top of my camera, it's not gonna be flashing. I'm just using it as a remote control for my key light. Katie, let me get you to move this way towards Mike just a little bit. Go ahead and just kind of look out this way, just perfect, yes, right there. And can I get a little bit more hair on the right side? Perfect. I just see one more shot right before we're leaving. And come around this way a little bit, Mike. And Katie, look out to sea for me.